Bryan Lebo here with your September Summerlin update video. Well, it's certainly been an entertaining month with 2 golf course communities losing their golf courses. Since Queensridge is one of them and so close to us here in Summerlin, I thought I'd touch briefly on them later on. But first, let's talk about sales. Last month, we sold 150 homes in Summerlin. While this was a massive drop-off from the 209 homes sold in July, we're still up 4% from the 144 homes we sold last August. Ultimately, sales are supposed to start winding down this time of year, and we're still up over last year. So no real worries here. Now for median home prices. As I stated last month, due to so few sales in Summerlin, the median price tends to vary drastically sometimes. As a result, I tend to take this data with a grain of salt, but technically, as you can see on the screen right now, the current sales price is just under $334,000. Somewhat surprising is the fact that this is a 2% decline from last year's median price of $340,000. Bottom line is that Summerlin home values haven't really changed much this year. Now, remember, this is always very dependent on price range and the subdivision the home's in. I know some neighborhoods that have come down 5%, and I know some neighborhoods that have increased 10%. Just depends. Okay, next let's break down our inventory levels. 4.6% of our market in Summerlin are short sales. Only 1.6% are foreclosures. This leaves 93.8% as traditional or normal sales. This is fantastic compared to the 86.5% that the rest of the valley has for their traditional sales. Ultimately, Summerlin appears to have been the first one to fully stabilize. However, the rest of the valley has increased their traditional sales by 5% just since the beginning of this year. Okay, so let's touch base on some local news. While Queensridge isn't officially part of Summerlin, what just happened this week is both polarizing and potentially a benefit for our Summerlin real estate. Right on the heels of Silverstone Golf Course's purchase and subsequent closure, it was officially announced this week that Badlands Golf Course was purchased and will be permanently closed as well. So the new owner is actually the developer of Tivoli Village and Queensridge Towers. Having been ousted from both projects by the banks that financed them, the new developer, called EHB Companies, announced that they'll be initially building mid-rise condos just south of the Queensridge Towers. Now, the first phase will only be 700 units, well, that's still a lot, and eventually grow to 2,000. Now, while this location is close to Rampart and doesn't really affect Queensridge or the view from the Queensridge Towers, what's insane is the rest of the plan. Now, replacing the golf course will likely be semi-custom and then custom homes. The developer promised to plant thousands of trees to help preserve the integrity of Queensridge's aesthetic appeal. But come on, can you imagine owning $1 million home on the golf course to find out that your views will be replaced by pine trees in someone else's backyard? While most of the homes on the course will be affected just in that capacity, the more exclusive homes owned by Andre Agassi, the Fertitta family, those are valued upwards of $10 million. Those have been promised that the developer will create 5-acre lots for ultra custom home sites in their backyard in lieu of smaller, higher density semi-customs. Regardless of what the developer's true intentions are, this is shaping up to be one hell of a battle. While Badlands was never considered a great golf course, replacing it with more homes literally just destroys the integrity of Queensridge's community. And certainly it's going to devalue the majority of homes in there, especially for those homes that right now sit on the golf course. The only bright side I see is that many people in Queensridge will wind up moving into more expensive Summerlin neighborhoods where they feel comfortable knowing that the integrity of the community will never be diminished. So stay tuned as I plan a more in-depth video into this project as well as a video for Silverstone. Well, that's it for this month, guys. Thank you again for watching. Please Click here to subscribe and have a fantastic September, everyone.